live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Miq Strawn.
I bought this shirt that was... I don't know why I just thought of this, but I bought this shirt. It's an amazing shirt. And then it was stunk like crap, and it had this little note on it saying, wash it. And so I washed it in cold water.
Right.
Hung it up.
Uh-huh.
And it's shrunk on me, so now it's too small a little bit. But let me show you the shirt.
Oh, wait a minute. I know where you're going with this.
Oh, look.
Oh.
Well, this is a...
Wallace Corporation?
Yeah.
Wait.
You were expecting me to say Vengeance.
Yeah, I was. I thought
I did get Vengeance shirts, but
yeah. Well, you have a Vengeance shirt now.
Yeah, I mean, we only worked on it, but I didn't get anything out of it. Anyway,
well, neither. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
a
measly shirt. I mean, really? I mean, a good executive producer would say, "Hey guys, I got some shirts for you," or something. Maybe a pen or an eraser. I'm whining again, aren't I?
Yeah, you.
So anyway, the Wallace Corporation.
You start these. The Wallace Corporation is. Yeah, keep going.
You don't know how to. You don't make the connection there.
I haven't yet. No.
I just thought it was a cool shirt because it's like Blade Runner.
That's what I thought. Blade
2049 though, really.
Was it the Wallace Corporation was the most recent one?
Yeah, he bought out the guy Wallace that bought out the Tyrell Corporation.
Oh, right. See, if you had said Tyrell, I would have been right there.
I would have rather had it.
I would have been all over it.
But I got this one on sale. But I'm mad because it's too small, and I am trying to lose weight, so maybe I can lose weight and look like the guy that's in Stuber, the skinny guy.
The skinny guy or the other guy? I don't think that you could be the other guy.
Well, actually, with the shirt on, I look like the other guy, like Batista.
Right,
yeah.
Batista. That's kind of sad, actually. Okay, so
I actually. This is kind of what I expected. I was actually pleasantly surprised with this one. I don't know why.
This was actually, from the previews were hilarious. The movie itself was hilarious. And I have nothing bad to say about the film, to tell you the truth.
You can't expect too much out of this because it's your typical buddy movie that's an action movie, comedy.
Yeah.
They're opposites, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like Odd Couple kind of thing.
Right, yeah. But it really worked, I have to say. I just loved David Batista in this.
He was a wrestler, right?
Yeah, he's a wrestler.
I can't remember if I wouldn't know why I was thinking UFC, but I guess he was a wrestler.
Yeah, the thing is he was
yeah.
He wasn't he the green guy or the blue guy?
Yeah, he was on Guardians of the Galaxy.
On Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah. Right. And
I don't remember what color he was.
Yeah, I think he's kind of greenish or something. Yeah, I guess so. But he was really pretty good in this, I have to say.
And then you have I've never seen him in a movie, Kamal
Najani.
He's a comedian, and I've seen his stand up.
I've seen his stand up before,
which is actually a lot like.
It was a lot like his character here, yeah. It was the same thing.
I really like when he does that whispering thing where he's like, hey. I don't know. It's like really creepy.
Hey, okay, just a couple more turns here.
But he does what I do. He talks when he's not supposed to, or when he shouldn't be talking, he's talking.
Right.
Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He kept talking in a certain situation that I was like, normally. That might cause more trouble.
Yeah, you would have just shut up, but he never just shuts up. It's true.
And then Mira Sorvino. I was bothered by that too because there was this woman in there. I'm like, who? She reminds me of. And then I was like, oh, Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
Yeah, and now I have to go back and see, and now I have to see that. Yeah.
So my older brother actually showed me that movie.
Right, when you were a kid.
He's like, hey, I like this movie. You should. That was actually, I was out of high school at this point. He's like, I just discovered this movie. He just got in DirecTV and he was renting a movie. And his roommate and him were watching Romeo and Michelle's. And he's like, no, actually, it's a really cool movie. So I watched it with him.
Really?
He rented it again to show me. And it was actually a pretty awesome movie. I thought it was pretty funny.
And what was the name of the movie?
Romeo and Michelle's
High School Reunion. Okay,
it's what you'd expect it to be. I mean, it's a comedy.
Is that all you say about comedies? It is what you would expect it to be.
Not really. There's some comedies that
Or not what do you expect it to be?
They turned into more like horror movies.
I had a great time. I thought it was great all the way through. I mean, there were some actual belly laughs in there, and
there's some good action too. It was a good.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was
the comedy was good. The action was good. The
some good fight sequences.
Stupid,
oh yeah, the story. No, don't get me wrong. The story was incredibly stupid.
And there was some convenient things that happened that.
Oh yeah, convenient store things. Yeah.
No, just convenient story things that just kind of happened, like with relatives and stuff. I mean, that were a little too convenient, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I really like Natalie Morales. Excellent.
This is a movie that could have been done in the 80s. I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. No.
Kind of reminded me of like Lethal Weapon.
Right.
That kind of feel to it.
Right, but...
With the annoying guy in the back seat, you know?
Right, exactly.
Like, it was kind of like that.
You know what? I got to tell you the secret. Here, this is a secret. I did horror films, and I certainly know horror films really well, but comedy is actually my thing. You know, I'm probably more of a rom-com guy than anything else. You know, and I know that sounds horrible.
We did some action movies. I mean, I think The Hidden was an action movie.
No, I did a lot of action movies. I did a lot of.
Blade was an action movie.
I only did one.
I know you love Blade, so I had to bring it up.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate that. I only did a couple of comedies, and to tell you the truth,
once you got the
terrible,
the bad hand, I would say.
Yeah,
as far as
every
go.
comedy that I did was, paint
Revenge of the Nerds 3,
paint peelingly bad. Revenge of the Nerds,
which actually
3,
is probably one of the better ones, right? I mean,
for ones that I did, yeah, I know. I mean,
what's the worst one you did?
Oh, the worst one I did by far, Mr. Christmas Dinner.
Oh, didn't it have a different name?
Yeah, it had a couple of different names, and I can't.
I remember looking that up, and it was like, oh, also this, AKA.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
AKA,
blah.
also known as. Yeah, no, I did terrible comedies. I mean, just terrible things. I've done terrible things.
See, it's not even under Mr. Christmas Dinner on IMDb.
No, it's
Lucky Stiff.
Lucky Stiff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Lucky Stiff. Yeah.
In fact, I even got a copy of it. We should review it sometime.
No, man.
We should find the guy that directed it.
Yeah,
and get him on our podcast. And
you know who directed it, right?
I don't know.
Anthony Perkins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that would be amazing.
Yeah. What I told you this. Wait a minute.
Oh, you told me about. Okay, I remember the story about him getting lost in the set.
Lost in the set. Yeah.
That was an amazing story.
Yeah. Well, he was. Yeah. I'll tell you another quick little story while we're talking about this.
Story time. Story time. It's story time with Miq. 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 Story time with Miq.
They had a ranch. You know, I mean, the family. You know, that's essentially a cannibal family. I mean, and some of the jokes. I mean, literally, there's one of the characters in here doesn't have a leg because they're eating on it, and there's a Tupperware top to it. So, right?
Yeah.
So that they can keep eating down and keep the meat fresh. You know, it's just unbelievable. Oh, it's just so bad. But there was a scene in it. There was supposed to be a scene in it where this horse completely freaks out inside of a barn, right?
Right.
And so the idea that we had, this is the idea, is that we put this panel in the barn, right? You know, there's this panel as a breakaway panel, and I had this fake horse foot thing, and it was supposed to, while we're filming it, the horse foot is supposed to swing and break through the wall, and the horse thing goes back in, which big laugh, right?
Right.
But the thing is they had a real horse in there with me, and it was like a stall. You know, it has a big barn, right?
Yeah.
But you can't see the stall that is this small room that has a door that has the wall to it, right? And what I'm going to do is kick it through the balsa wood section that I put in. Only the idea is they have the door. You can see through the top of it. You can see the horse that's in there, right? Which didn't really work out because me and the horse in this little tiny place. And the horse was suspicious because I had a horse leg.
Yeah.
Right? I had a stuffed horse leg. And you know...
Couldn't they cheat it a little bit and have him in a different stall and shoot it so it looks like he's in the same
stall? One
stall?
wonders at this point. Yes, one wonders about that. So the thing is life imitating art, creating... life imitating art, imitating life. Life, art, life. Anyway... All I know is that I was down there and the camera starts to roll, and as the camera rolls, and the trainer who's standing in there with me, so it's me, the trainer, and the horse, and the fake leg, right? And so the trainer is supposed to make the horse get jumpy, right?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. You can tell what's coming. So he's going to make the horse get jumpy. And
he wasn't jumpy already with you?
Yeah, no, he was jumpy already. And he was like, the horse was like kind of freaking out. And so I have to get down. I have to get down and ready to swing. And it's like, and all of a sudden the camera's like, okay, rolling. And I get down there and I'm like about ready to swing, but he's got to get the horse to do this like reaction thing, which he does. Only the horse, the top of the horse was supposed to react. The bottom of the horse wasn't supposed to do anything. But what the bottom of the horse did was kick with both feet and kick me through the panel.
Horses are kind of strong too.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you something. This is exactly what I remember about it. I remember thinking, okay, let's see, reaction, and then all of a sudden, I'm in front of the camera. I mean, I'm physically in front of the camera. Rolling.
Where's the footage?
You see, you never get those takes. Those
probably buried with
probably.
Mr. Hopkins.
Yeah,
we should interview him.
One would
though.
hope.
Let's get him on our podcast. I want to.
Yeah.
We'll go to his gravesite and say,
so, let's go work on that.
Let's talk about Lucky Stiff.
Yeah, I don't think so. I really don't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk to somebody else, like one of the stars, Donna Dixon. Well,
Donna Dixon.
She's still.
The weird thing is there are so many people in here that I kind of knew who they were, at that point, but
I forgot who she was.
But
I had to look at her.
They didn't go anywhere.
She's still alive, so there we go.
There we go. Yeah, Pat. Let's see, Pat Proft. Do you know where Pat Proft came from? And I love this. We're talking about this film.
This is interesting, though.
Okay, well,
for me it is. I mean, it's
Pat Proft came from the Shots. What was it? The Hot Shots?
Oh, the Hot Shots.
Yeah.
Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, right. All that. Airplane.
Okay.
Pat Proft was one of the writers on Airplane. Yeah.
So what happened? Because those movies are pretty damn funny.
Yeah, it's funny because this was and we also had like Joe Alasky, who actually couldn't do anything. I mean, literally couldn't do anything. In this film, he was supposed to ride a horse. He couldn't ride a horse. He was supposed to ski. He couldn't ski. He literally was afraid. I became his safety buddy.
Oh boy!
And like we were supposed to go up the ski lift. I think I told you about this.
Yeah, you did.
The ski lift thing, and it was Joe Lasky was a disaster. The whole show is just absolutely is just as rough as you.
He's not even around anymore.
Yeah, he's dead. Everybody's dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Donna Dixon though, Wayne's World, right?
Was she?
I don't know.
I don't know. Donna.
So I'm trying to use my brain, and it's not really working.
I have no idea who she is.
I try to use my brain, and I hear these grinding noises.
Yeah,
that's happening.
Yeah, yeah. I call that Thursday.
Thursday. Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, she was. Wow.
She was the dream woman.
Wow.
I must have slipped. Wayne, what do you do if every time you see this one incredible woman, you think you're gonna hurl?
I say hurl. If you blow chunks and she comes back, she's yours. If you spew and she bolts, it was never meant to be.
She was on Twilight Zone, the movie?
Nixon?
Huh. Wow, I mean, she was one of the, the big, blonde hair piled on top of her head.
Couch trip.
The 80s.
Yeah, totally. Spies Like Us. There you go.
Ooh, there you go, huh?
Bosom Buddies.
Bosom Buddies.
Ah,
that's right.
Bosom Buddies. She was the blonde one.
She was the blonde one in Bosom Buddies. There you go. Well,
phew. Okay.
Wow.
So
okay. So
how do we connect Bosom Buddies to Stuber? There was a guy talking about his breasts.
That's right.
In one of the scenes that was pretty entertaining.
Right, which really entertaining.
Which part of this connected to the fact that the guy Stuber couldn't see half the time, which unfortunately just had LASIK surgery before all this stuff happened, which I thought was pretty amazing. I don't think I ruined anything because that's in the first 5 minutes.
That's in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, and it's the setup for all the rest of it.
Speaking of the first 5 minutes,
yeah,
I really hated the camera work during the fight scene. Why did it have to be so shaky and bouncy? And I couldn't focus on anything that was happening as the camera was doing this.
Which fight scene was it?
It was in the first 5 minutes when he was fighting. It was right at the very beginning.
Oh, right. When we were going down the parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were in the parkour thing. Yeah. That whole parkour thing was.
It was almost like the camera operator was freaking out, like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" But like he didn't know what was happening.
Right, and none of the shots. It's funny. You know what that was?
You have to be able to focus on something.
I can tell you exactly what that was. That was when you send second unit out to get all of your shots, right? And second unit goes out and spends 3 or 4 days shooting, and they come back and all they have is crap, right? And you're going through it. And you're going through it, and the second unit.
Hey, now I've worked second unit a little bit. I'm offended by that.
Yes, you should be. But as well, you should be. That comes back and goes, dude, we have the best stuff. Yeah. And so they're running it. They run it. The director, and the editor turns to the director and goes, "We can't use any of this shit."
Right. Yeah. Well, there was a decision made, obviously, to make it jumpier.
Yeah. Well, the thing is also you could never. The camera angles, like looking down, hardly ever actually got to the point that you can see down. Did you notice?
Well, I'm talking about just in the room when they were bouncing around.
Right. Well,
I couldn't see the movement of the actors because the camera was moving so much.
Right. Exactly. And the thing is,
it was like they shot it in an earthquake. That's what it looked like.
Well, maybe they did. It is Southern California. Lord knows I've shot through a lot of earthquakes.
So they were out of money. It was the last shot of the film.
Right.
They just had to make it work.
I agree with you entirely. It was that whole sequence at the beginning was rough.
It was like Blair Witch on meth or something. It was just
yeah. Huh?
Maybe meth's not right. I don't know. I've never been on meth, so I don't know what it feels like. So maybe that's a wrong analogy. Anyway, it's like a horny horse. Stuck in a stall with a guy with a fake leg.
Who played Molly?
Freaking out.
Who played Molly?
Molly.
Yeah, that was the original character that got killed. The redhead.
Karen Gillan.
Yeah, she
played Sarah.
Yeah, you know who this is? This is the redhead in Jumanji.
She was also in Avengers Endgame.
Oh, was she? Oh, awesome. Why would you have a redhead and then not use her red hair? What the hell is the point of that?
I got nothing, man.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
So she's in the second Jumanji coming up.
She was also in Guardians of the Galaxy with guess who? Dave Bautista.
Yeah, Dave Bautista. No, I know, but she was also Doctor Who. She was one of the Doctor Who's companions. Her. So anyway, wow, she's been a director before. Fun size horror.
Shorts.
Oh, great.
There's nothing wrong with anybody who does shorts.
There's nothing wrong with shorts.
No, nothing wrong.
I don't want to have anything to do with them, but there's nothing wrong with shorts.
No.
No, I decided that I really I'm not jumping into shorts.
Do you know who rocked shorts?
Who?
Jeremy Brown.
He does.
The director of Vengeance. He rocks
Absolutely.
those things.
He does, and in fact, what is the date right now? It's the 12th. He's working on a short right now. Right this minute.
He's working on a short.
A short. He's doing a 48-hour challenge that starts tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Right? You know, I do not, for the life of me, I can't conceive why anybody wants to try and do anything with film in 48 hours.
Well, I'm going to do a film. Remember, I had a film idea. It was Mick Strawn tosses a salad. But
right.
I haven't had the opportunity to do a 48-hour challenge yet.
Well, we could have gone and done one, I'm sure.
Well, I haven't gotten around to.
Oh, there you go.
See, it's all about motivation. What's my motivation?
What's your motivation
for directing this movie?
There's a 5K in the corner.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to hide the 5K in the corner. Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So back to Stuber.
We should rate this one.
We're having trouble staying on
pretty
track.
high. No, this makes it more interesting.
Yeah, doesn't? Is that?
I had one of our listeners actually tell me he likes it when we talk about stuff other than the movie.
Oh.
And really likes the stories, of course. So.
Well, yeah, okay.
But he's probably talking about my stories. He didn't really specify whose stories.
Oh, I'm sure. No, your stories are gold, man. They're gold. So, okay. So I have to think about rating this thing.
The problem is I've seen a lot of bad action movies lately.
All right.
And bad comedies. So I feel like this is maybe shining more than it should, maybe. I don't know.
Is that what it is?
There's a lot of chemistry, and
I like it. There was a
lot of character,
great chemistry between them.
There was heart to this movie, which I always look for.
Yeah,
I say that every time. I think.
Yeah.
Which way I think we have one coming up that I didn't think had a lot of heart, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get in a few days.
Or maybe it did have heart.
Yeah, maybe it did. Or it had a heart.
I'm not sure what's happening. This is freaking me out.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna go first, which is what I've actually been doing lately. I've noticed that.
3.
You know what?
You're probably gonna give it a 3 something.
Yeah, actually, I am. It's funny. I hadn't even thought about it until you said 3, and absolutely, it's a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the way around.
It's not something I want to see again anytime soon, but I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's definitely above average, and
definitely above average.
But it's not to the level of Airplane or one of those.
Yeah,
movies.
No, it's true. It's true. So
Lethal Weapon, I was a big Lethal Weapon fan. I like Lethal Weapon 2 probably the best out of all of them. But so I would rate that Lethal Weapon higher than this one. So I'd have to stick with about a 3.
Well, I enjoyed the.
So there we are.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I might.
I think it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I think if you would have asked me out when I left the theater, I'd probably give it a higher rating.
Yeah.
But I've probably forgotten a lot of it at this point because it's been I think, 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Kurt Thomas, the goldfish.
I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. Somebody's gonna ask me what I thought of it. It sucked.
I swear. 90% of the movies that I do, listen, you want to take a little memory trip? Go back and look at our catalog.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, our catalog, what it is it's 200 films that I don't remember. I swear to God, I cannot remember, maybe 50 of those films, maybe 30 of those films that I could recognize if it came up. You know, the rest of them, I swear to God, I look at the descriptions and stuff. I don't remember any of that.
I like the detour. Like if you look through the list, we're going along, and all of a sudden, we're gonna do werewolves.
It's werewolf week.
Zombies. We're gonna go over here and do sharks and zombies here.
No, it's true. There are some really off the wall kind of like,
but they're pretty consistent though.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
We did a whole month of like sharks, and then it turned into zombies slowly.
Well, we need to do like we need
there
to theme
a shark zombie film that we should have ended it with that.
Well, you know, I'll tell you one thing is we never did Sharknado.
No. Oh gosh.
We can do all 5 of them. You know.
I think I tried watching the first one. I don't know if I watched the whole thing.
Oh, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It is difficult. But
Benji Bronk from Howard Stern is part of Sharknado. I don't remember if he was in the first one or the second one or which one. But anyway,
well,
he's a good screamer. You got to have those.
Who isn't? Bill Butler.
Bill Butler is.
He is the
In
screamer.
fact, there should be like a Bill Butler award for screaming in horror movies.
There should be.
Really?
Hey, listen. You know what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a call out to our friends over at Bonehead.
You mean a shout out?
A shout out?
If you want to call it a call out, I guess.
We're
calling them out for the shit that they're doing. See, that's a call out.
Yeah, okay.
But a shout out's like, hey,
right.
We like you. But I think a call out's more of an aggressive move, I think.
Ah, well,
but yeah, the Boneheads. I like the
Boneheads. They finally all 3 ordered my book, so they have 3 copies of my book.
It took them that long to order your book.
One of them has semen all over it.
Is it yours or theirs?
Well,
that's a
really good question.
Oh man!
Oh, don't say mixture. So anyway, yeah, there's that. But they did this.
There's a bunch of guys that would need to be on our show because we were on their show a long time ago.
Yeah, they do need to be on our show. And what I was going to say was they just recently did a 4-part comics, comic book, TV comics, animation of the 90s.
Right.
And
they do those themes.
Yes, it was 4 episodes.
Speaking of themes,
it was 4 episodes.
That's awesome.
And it actually sucked me in a couple of times. When it started, I was like, oh, they were doing superhero ones, and I didn't know anything about superhero ones. But then they got into the Nickelodeon ones, which I kind of had a second group of kids that was just growing out of them right then, and it was like, oh yeah, no, I remember that, Doug, and all the Nickelodeon, the Ren and Stimpy's. Let's see. Anyway, it was great. I want you all to go immediately.
Do they take requests?
Yeah,
I want to hear them talk about like Robert Crumb or something like that.
Well, here's the thing. I want them to talk about fan films.
Fan films, yes.
And I want them to talk about our fan film, and we could go on their show.
Well, I'm available for interviews.
Yes, sir, I would. Would you mind doing that? Yes, sir, I would.
We should have talked about the propane and the snow globe.
Propane and the snow globe was great.
The snow globe in the car?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.